So we had been working for about the past 10 years on the development or trying to get drugs, to get therapies into the brain, into the spinal cord. That has been challenging for scientists. By understanding all of the science from the past, we made some connections and started testing some new viruses for their ability to get past the blood-brain barrier. This is basically a wall that prevents the drugs, prevents the therapies from entering the brain. We've actually evolved the blood-brain barrier to protect our brain from viruses and from toxic substances. But when a problem happens in the brain, when there's a disease in the brain, this creates a problem. That blood-brain barrier prevents the drugs, prevents the therapies from getting there. So we discovered a virus that actually could sneak past the blood-brain barrier. So a number of students and postdoctoral fellows in the laboratory went out, produced the viruses, and tested this directly in the brain. And we were truly shocked and surprised and elated on the fact that we found one of these viruses that could actually make its way past the brain. This was something that hadn't been seen ever in science, and that really created a lot of interest, excitement, and then opened up the door for a number of new experiments that can be tested. The team of individuals, postdoctoral fellow Kevin Faust in my laboratory, had been working on the development of getting past the blood-brain barrier. And when he discovered this in the laboratory, he called me to the microscope and he said, "You won't believe what I just saw." And in fact, we went to the microscope, and it was just truly incredible to see something that we had been working for a very long time. Actually, in my career, over 10 years, to try to get things into the brain, into the spinal cord, without putting needles into the brain or spinal cord. The unique thing about this virus, ano-associated virus type 9, is that it would sneak past the blood-brain barrier and actually target those motor neurons within the spinal cord, delivering its cargo or its gene, the SMN gene, to those motor neurons that are affected in the disease. That has really been a foundation for us to translate this to human clinical trials, and this really puts together teams of clinicians and basic researchers to move a product forward, to move a potential therapy forward to entering into human clinical trials. I think what we've discovered is a unique aspect of delivering drugs and delivering therapies to the brain, to the spinal cord. And this really opens up the possibility of delivering a therapy for multiple diseases. But continuance and perseverance to ask questions that are always pushing science forward, that are pushing the knowledge forward, is where true discoveries can be made. And it's a fun career in the fact of science, that you really get to do things that no one else in the world is trying to do, or only a select number of people have that knowledge at their fingertips. And we work really hard to take that knowledge and to solidify it into a discovery, and to share that with the scientific community and share it with the world.